Oh yeah, we'll do one that I like to ask. We're gonna have to choose between the pimp. Wait, how's it go, Donnie?
Yeah, part-time pimp
Oh yeah, a
or
part-time
full-time
pimp
simp.
or a full-time simp. So what that
Oh.
means is that he's either he's a pimp. He's gonna go. We're saying these are ideal men, they're your ideal man as far as height, income, and all that. The guy that might go out of town for business once a year and he might cheat on you. Then you're never gonna know about it, But he's a G. He's a pimp. He just gets girls like that. He goes and does that, or the guy that's a full-time simp. That means all the time he's DMing girls. He's sending, if a girl asks him for $20, he's sending it to her. Like, he's just a simp. Like, he loves you and he's not ever gonna cheat on you. He's never gonna fuck any of these girls. But man, he cannot stop simping. He cannot stop giving them resources.
Oh hell
Like,
no.
which one would bother you more? The guy who's a full-time simp or the guy who's a part-time pimp who might just cheat once a year, but he's perfect in every other way? We'll start with you.
Okay, can we rewind back to the simp?
Yeah, like he's gonna DM girls. He's gonna send them money. He likes pictures on Instagram.
Oh,
He gives out a lot of attention and resources and money and energy to other women. Or the guy he's never does any of that shit, but once a year he might cheat on you.
That's so hard.
But you're not gonna know about it.
And the
Is
simp
this
might give the little things.
It's equally both bad.
Gotta choose one.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to go with, I mean, shit, the pimp.
Pimp? You take the pimp? The part-time pimp?
I'm gonna say pimp. I don't want no simp sending any other bitch money. If any bitch is gonna
Exactly.
get that 20, that 200, that 2,000, that
That's a wrap.
20,000, it's gonna be me, myself, and I.
Okay.
If you can't get bitches, there's an issue with you.
I'd rather go with the pimp. No one likes a simp. Like, I'm gonna be honest, nice guys finish last.
Every
Like,
time. Yep. It's the truth.
Part-time pimp for me.
Part-time pimp.
I'm gonna say pimp because the simp is more emotional, and I'd rather have a guy just cheat on me and have sex than have emotional connection. That's very
Yeah,
that's
damn right.
that's a rough
Yeah.
situation to get in. I've been in that situation. I'd rather it be just one-time sex, and you come back to me and you apologize, and that it's done deal, and we can move on. Do it again, say sorry, whatever. But if you're stealing other bitch's money and you have an emotional connection with it, I don't want it.
Well,
Can we
I-
get
I
a
want
round
you-
of applause?
I want you to know that like
Okay.
guys won't have an emotional connection though ever when it comes to cheating because
Not to them
Yeah.
though, but for in a woman's perspective, they're gonna think that though.
oh
And a
yeah
man-
like
But
the woman might
yeah,
think
you're
that,
thinking in a woman's perspective. If you're looking at it from a woman and you are looking to that phone and they're sending $20 and they're saying, "Hey, beautiful, good morning, beautiful," that's emotional connection to them. A man,
I'll explain to you really why it bothers you because honestly the reason why it bothers most women or all women is because it's what I've been talking about. It's providing something. If you're providing
Exactly.
attention or money for another girl, that's worse than ever sleeping with another girl.
exactly.
Like that's a way bigger deal. That's where men and women are opposite.
And also to add to that, I think that men like doing that, or women get mad because they're not getting that attention themselves. So
Yes.
when men do that, there's an imbalance in the situation. So men go out and do that. So women get insecure with themselves in the relationship. So that's why they get more mad. I think so. In certain situations.
Yeah.
Not
And we
all,
got
but
Josh in the chat right now, Whitney.
I hope so.
Who's Josh? This your
No.
man?
Going on hot
This
dog
your
again
man?
soon.
Not the same Josh, but
We going
Now I want to know. Hmm. If there's something about the dating market that bothers you, what is it? We'll start on this side.
in the dating market.
Yeah, something about the dating marketplace that bothers you.
Can you go more elaborate on that?
Nah, it can just be anything that makes you mad. Like, is there certain things that men are doing? Like, is there something about dating that you're just like, fuck that shit? That's stupid that's happening. Like,
With Andrew Tate, I'm a big fan of him, but I think how men are construing his comments is irritating because what he's saying, men are twisting out of words and they're making a different propaganda for women. And
Give me an example.
it's not what he's saying. So men are taking what he's saying and running with it, and it's not what he's trying to go out, and so men are taking what he's saying and running with it and then making their own contributive situation out of it and trying to justify their nasty ways.
Like
could you give an
what?
example?
Example? So feminism, actually. So like the cheating situation, how Andrew Tate's big on not being monogamous, and I believe that people should not be monogamous, but he's saying that you should always have that one bitch that you're in love with, and then do whatever you need on the side. Okay, I don't agree with exactly on that, but men are taking that and saying that you should have a whole row of bitches and treat them like shit, and then have your cake and eat it too.
I don't think that's what he says at all. And like what he's talking about is polygyny, which is where like the man can sleep around but the woman can't.
Exactly. No,
And like,
exactly.
and what you gotta understand though is that's not what
treating
guys
them
are doing at all. Like if you think that that's what men are like taking what he's saying and doing, like you got it completely.
Well,
like-
the
like-
men I'm hanging out with, I guess that I'm hanging out with the wrong
Well,
men.
yeah, because what they're doing is they're doing something called spinning plates.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
And that's not even just Andrew. That's just what Red Pill teaches.
Well,
is
yeah.
because if you're a guy and you have all these women throwing themselves at you and you have all these options, then yes, like just fucking all of them. Like have one for Wednesday, one for Thursday, one for Friday, one for Saturday. Yeah, because y'all are the ones that are throwing your bodies at him.
I
Like
guess it's true.
it has
Yeah.
nothing to do with it. And like yeah, and even then, some of those guys try they try to have a good relationship where they have a main woman that they take fully care of.
Yeah.
Like I forgot how Jay Waller says it. Like that's his queen and the rest are his bitches.
Yeah.
And like that's how it kind of works for most of these guys. That's how
Right.
most of them are doing it.
Yeah.
And yeah, when you're that valuable and you got that many people throwing yourself at you,
Why
I mean,
not?
and those women want to drive around Bugatti, you know, it's just that's how
Why
it works.
why not exercise those options? If you have them, why not exercise?
Yeah, like why would you ever get in a relationship when you have tons of options? You know, like let's ask him that, you know, because he's a guy who's a male model who has options.
them? Right.
Would you like what would make you want to get into a relationship whenever you have the amount of options you have right now?
When I do, it would be a girl who's motherly, who's wively, who has not slept around, and who is very attractive. So if you're a city girl and you go out every weekend, you're popping bottles, you know, you're going on vacations with other dudes, you know, you're cool for a night, but you're not going to be a wife. So, you know, I kind of look for those things in a wife. Like, are you a good girl? Like, you know, how many people have you been with? That matters. I know a lot of girls or modern day feminism is trying to tear down and let women know that, or let them think that it's okay to sleep around and be with 50 guys and every guy's going to accept that, which is not true. That shit matters to guys, you know?
Especially guys of value.
Yeah, exactly. Like no guy really wants a woman who every other guy's had. And, you know, modern day feminism is trying to let women know or tell them that they can do that, and you're still going to find your Prince Charming, and you're not.
Yeah, it's a big lie. And it's really fucked up too because you don't
Yeah.
even know it until you're 30, 35, 40 and you're
Yeah.
like, fuck, why am I alone? And it's like,
Exactly.
I should have fucking listened to those guys like all those years ago or whatever. Oh,
Exactly.
yeah. You just pull it.
So
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know, that's your prize, that's your gold right there, and you give that away, no one's gonna treasure you anymore, you know, because you done gave yourself away. You know, if he got it in one night and I got to sit here and work 30 years for it and take her on 100 dates, it's like, word, it didn't work like that.
Super unfair, yeah.
Yeah.
Now I want to know. Oh yeah, so that was yours. For you, what's something about the dating marketplace that bothers you?
I don't know the marketplace, but what bothers me is like, okay, I'm talking to this girl, I'm dating this girl, I'm with this girl's my girlfriend. Like, how do you decipher what's what? Like, okay, we're just talking, we're not in a relationship,
Yes.
but we went on all these dates. We spent all this time together, but we're just talking, we're
So-
not dating.
So the
Not
guys
girlfriend.
that are doing
What?
that are exactly the type of guys that we've been talking about all night.
Wow.
There's the like you can think this guy is so average or he's so this,
Right.
but no, he's probably a top 10 percenter.
Mhm.
And like the thing is, like in some way, aspect or form, and he's getting other girls because if he's not willing to tell you, hey, I want you to be my girlfriend, it's because he has options.
Yep.
Okay. And like we talked about, most guys don't have options. 1/3 of men are not getting any play at all.
Mhm.
So like here, like we always like to think to ourselves, oh, I'm not talking to that person that's talking to those people. No, everybody's doing that. So you got to be super careful.
That was my last relationship.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. It really sucks though. Like that's something that
Whatever.
well, they're just gonna waste your time, you know, and it's
For
just
sure.
like, and like this is
Totally.
I try to teach women all the time, like that's what these guys are very good at doing. And guess what? Y'all take the L. If anything, a guy wins all the time getting into these kind of flings or these relationships.
Yeah.
Y'all are the ones taking the L
Exactly.
because your time's getting wasted.